From the Tribune News Network, this is Newsbreak. I'm Krishna Russell. Tourism, Investment, and Aviation Minister Chester Cooper said the government is currently reviewing contracts awarded to Canoe Pays, an electronic retail payment provider hired by the former administration to process travel health visa payments. The digital provider came under heavy scrutiny in June after there were claims about Dr. Nigel Lewis's association with the company. It was claimed that Dr. Lewis was the Free National Movement's national campaign coordinator for the general election and also a director of Canoe. A company official later told the Tribune Business that Dr. Lewis had less than 1% stake in the company. Canoe was further embroiled in controversy after it was revealed that the company had won multiple other government contracts. The Progressive Liberal Party had heavily criticized the contracts and even went on to accuse the Minnis administration of helping F&M insiders with its contract awards. Asked yesterday if the Davis-led administration planned to review the contracts in view of the PLP stance in opposition, Mr. Cooper, who was also Deputy Prime Minister, said the matter was being looked at. After a spate of murders, National Security Minister Wayne Munro QC said there needs to be a greater focus placed on properly raising our children to help crack down on crime. While many have suggested crime could now be on the rise due to relaxed COVID-19 protocols, Mr. Munro rejected the idea. He said crime is a direct reflection of poor socialization and also suggested it is a result of poor parenting. The fact of the matter is that crime is a function of poor socialization, and so you will see that the government's efforts to tackle crime has to do with how you raise your children, he told reporters yesterday before heading into cabinet. His comments came after 3 separate killings on Sunday. Police are also investigating another homicide which occurred around noon yesterday. In a since-deleted tweet, the Prime Minister's delivery unit said yesterday that former Education Minister Jerome Fitzgerald is the new senior policy advisor and head of the PMDU. When asked about Mr. Fitzgerald's appointment and the deleted tweet, officials in the office of the Prime Minister said nothing has been finalized. Sources, however, told the Tribune that Mr. Fitzgerald himself has informed people of his new role and has been occupying the office of the previous senior policy advisor Joshua Sears. A top position for him in the Davis administration would not come out of the blue, as he played a leading role coordinating the Progressive Liberal Party's war room activities during the general election cycle. Critics nonetheless are certain to pounce on the appointment because of the controversy that ensnared his career near the end of the Christie administration. At the time, Mr. Fitzgerald confirmed that he sought contracts from Bahamar for his family's business after the Tribune exclusively revealed that he requested brokerage trucking and limousine contracts worth millions. While warning Inagua is on the brink of a humanitarian crisis with a recent influx of Haitian migrants, Human Rights Bahamas is urging the government to revisit the draft Nationality, Immigration, and Asylum Bill, insisting it could help in navigating this issue. Although circulated for consultation, the draft bill was never debated or passed, and HRB believes it could be a key part in effectively managing all the issues surrounding undocumented migration in a manner that better conforms with the rights and protections outlined in the Constitution. The statement from the group comes after more than 900 Haitians were apprehended over the last several days. A Royal Bahamas Defense Force spokesperson told the Tribune yesterday that mostly women and children from the first group of 500 that were apprehended and taken to Inagua were processed by magistrates that were flown into the island yesterday. Your complete news and information source, this is the Tribune News Network. In international news, pressure mounting, but with signs of progress. President Joe Biden is hunkering down at the White House to try to strike a deal and win over 2 holdout Democratic senators whose support is needed for his potentially historic $3.5 trillion government overhaul. With Republicans solidly opposed and no Democratic votes to spare, Biden canceled a Wednesday trip to Chicago that was to focus on COVID-19 vaccinations so he could dig in for another day of intense negotiations with lawmakers ahead of crucial votes. A bright red river of lava from the volcano on Spain's La Palma Island finally tumbled over a cliff and into the Atlantic Ocean, setting off huge plumes of steam and possibly toxic gases that forced local residents outside the evacuation zone to remain indoors on Wednesday. The immediate area had been evacuated for several days as authorities waited for the lava that began erupting September 19th to traverse 6.5 kilometers to the island's edge. On the way down, the lava flows have engulfed at least 656 buildings, mostly homes and farm buildings, in its unstoppable march to the sea. The Tribune's AccuWeather update, a service of Bahamas Power and Light Company. Weak high pressure will generate a light and gentle breeze over the islands, while troughing triggers pockets of unsettled weather over the area. The public is advised to remain hydrated and limit outdoor activity during triple-digit heat indices. Mariners should be alert for possible waterspout and/or funnel cloud activity during showers and thunderstorms. For all areas, it'll be partly sunny, hot, and humid, with cloudy periods of isolated showers and thunderstorms becoming fair and warm, with an isolated shower or a thunderstorm tonight. Gusty winds and higher seas are expected during showers and thunderstorms. Winds northeasterly at 10 knots or less. Seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. We'll have a daytime high temperature of 88 degrees, a heat index of 103, and an overnight low temperature of 72. The sun will set this afternoon at 6:56 and will rise tomorrow morning at 7:01. That's Newsbreak. Details of the day's top stories in the Tribune newspaper, now on the streets, or stay up to date online at Tribune242.com.